Hello. I just made the meeting live. Hello. So
Oh, I'm just in time then. Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for being here. My name's Natalie Wilkerson. I'm the president of the Paul Sawyer Public Library Board of Trustees, and I will call. Oh, I'm just in time then. Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you all for being here. My name's Natalie Wilkerson. I'm the president of the Paul Sawyer Public Library Board of Trustees, and I will call. I'm just in time then. Okay. So, thank you all for being here.
okay. I turned the volume down, so now we can. Yes, it was repeating.
Okay. I will call the meeting, this special meeting of the Paul Sawyer Public Library Board of Trustees to order then. This is Carolyn, will you please take the call, record the attendance. That's what I mean to say.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we only have one item on our agenda today, and that is to open the bids for the HVAC work that we need to have done. Jean, I assume you have all those in hand?
I do. We have 3 bids. So
Great.
opening the first one. Would you like me to, I'm going to scan these and send them to you. Would you like me to do it individually as I open them or together after I open all 3?
I think together after you open all 3. Is that okay with everybody else?
Yeah,
Sure. Okay.
Mhm.
I will do. Okay. And bid number 2. Sorry, I'm removing staples too because they won't go through the scanner. And bid number 3. Okay, so I will scan these to you in 3 separate emails, and then we can look at them.
And just to make sure Patty's not here, right? I didn't see her across the top, but if you're here, holler, Patty. But I don't think I saw her.
because of some quirks on this end, I'm going to have to go to another computer to get the email. So I'll return.
while Jean's doing that, I'll just go ahead and read the whole description on the agenda of what we're reviewing. This is to award a bid for HVAC renovation replacement and replacement of compressor number 2 on our existing York air-cooled chiller. Just in case anybody in the public is viewing and wants to know what these bids are for.
Right, they should be sent. I have all 3 in my inbox. Now, if you'd like, I can download them and share the screen in addition, or that's entirely up to you.
I don't see them yet, but it has to travel a little farther to get to me than to get to your computer, which is probably attached, right?
No, it sends it through email. So, but the email server is here in the building. So
Yeah, okay.
I don't have it yet either.
Me either.
Same. I'm not seeing them either.
I've got them.
Check your junk folder. That was in my junk folder.
it's going to be Xerox Scan is the title of it. Xerox
Got
Scan
it.
numbers.
It's not in my junk.
Yes, it is in my junk. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernie.
Okay, I've got mine too. Jean, tell us which one we want to look at first. Just give us the name of the company.
It would be Johnson Controls.
Okay.
So that's number 1,
Mhm.
Duncan?
Yes.
Okay. And what's number 2? Let's go ahead and get them numbered.
2 is Lusk Mechanical,
Okay,
and number 3 is TC Mechanical.
okay. Okay.
Have most of you received it?
Yes.
And I haven't yet.
Maria?
but If
I
she
have.
shares her screen, I can see it.
Yeah, that's what
That's fine with me too. No, I don't have it.
Do you want to
Yeah.
see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up and then I'll share my screen. All right.
I'm having a hard time finding a cost on this Johnson.
It's in the very first line.
Oh,
Okay, can you see that, everyone?
Yes, I can. Maria.
gotcha. It's underlined. Okay, gotcha.
I did the same thing.
It's
Nat.
much lower than the other.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the first page. This is the pertinent information. I'll scroll quickly through the rest of it. The rest is their terms and conditions and warranties. And then, let's see if I can do this. There we go. Bid 2, I didn't seem to open. Here's bid 3. This is TC Mechanical. And that is 36,015. And let's see, bid 2.
So is Duncan Johnson Control, is that the same?
Is what the same?
Johnson Controls the number one, right?
Yes, Johnson Control is number one. Mhm.
Okay.
And then this is bid 3, which is Lusk, and that total is right there,
Okay.
$40,895.
Is there any indication of how long the job will take? I don't,
There isn't. When we talked to one of the contractors earlier, it's going to be probably several days. It will take them some time to get it set up. And
Uh-huh.
then it's going to have to be, the crane will have to lift it onto the top of the building and then the connected. So it could be 3 to 4 days
okay.
process for that to be. So,
Well,
Now
let's
it
check,
says, sorry.
let's check the warranty and the other items. I noticed the one of them was a remanufactured unit, so, and whether they're new or remanufactured.
okay. When I put the specs out, I did specify a new unit. So
Okay, well, I thought I saw remanufactured on bid 3,
bid 3.
Mm,
but I don't have control of the screen and,
Right,
yeah,
here we are. There's bid 3.
well, no, it wasn't. Let's read what that says. No, that says a New York
compress, yeah.
with a warranty for 1-year parts only.
Mhm.
3 years, 2 to 5 parts only, add 3,200. Okay, for a remanufactured compressor deduct, what does that say, 4,000?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Let's,
check that.
There is bid 2.
Now bid 2 compressor has a 3 to 5 day lead time. Is that what it takes to get it going? What does that mean?
Good question. I'm not seeing where you're, oh, there we go.
yeah, I
Yeah.
see it.
I think that's probably to order the compressor and to get it in
Oh.
place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now look right below that. It says prices for a remanufactured compressor is 36.
Uh-huh.
80. Okay, but it's 40 at the top, I see. Getting it.
And then there's an additional, that is also warranty is 1 year parts only,
Mm-hmm.
and with an additional cost for the 2 to 5 year parts only warranty.
So what is this remanufactured compressor on Lusk? Is that a concern? Is that different from what we asked for?
We asked for a new one, because we didn't, I mean, a remanufactured would be cheaper, but we thought it would be worthwhile starting with a new unit instead of a remanufactured one.
I think they gave both, if we could flip back to it.
Yes, yes, they have given us
Okay,
the cost
okay,
of
good.
both. The first price is for the new unit.
Okay,
All right, but
okay.
I'm still a little.
I see, I
Johnson and
see.
TC. Can we look at Johnson and TC again? Because I'm,
Yes, this is Johnson. How about if I pull these out, maybe
that's,
there,
Oh, okay.
and see if I can do that. Okay. Well, it's not gonna let me do that. All right. Now let's see if we can do this. And there is,
Can I ask a quick question? It says on this one that's up, no road closure pricing included if needed. Do they anticipate that? Is it something you anticipate happening? And what would that additional cost be? Do you know?
they shouldn't need to close the road. We can use the parking spaces that are the closest, actually the closest access to the point where they would put the compressor in are those parking spaces along the Washington entrance. to
Okay,
the parking
yeah.
lot. So
All right.
wouldn't need to close the road, and there should still be access in and out of the parking lot without closing anything. There it is. Okay. So I don't know that I can show them unless I make them smaller.
Are most of them like that one page behind that one where it just lists what they're gonna do for that price?
Yes.
Could we just look at each one of those, just kind of read through them individually to?
Yeah. Oh, got too many windows open on my screen. There is bid one. And,
Is that new or remanufactured? That's what I want to see.
um,
Install after all repairs.
it doesn't say that it's a remanufactured unit.
If they don't say it, then we should assume
It's new.
no, because
Is that
that's
a new-
according to the,
Oh, it says
Set.
set a new, about 3 lines down, it says the chiller and set a new compressor in place.
Okay.
I hope that means brand new and not just the replacement.
Yeah.
Oh,
New to us.
Yes.
well, it should be new if that's what we specified
Mm-hmm.
in the
Yeah.
bid,
Yes.
and they're not saying otherwise, then
mhm,
I think
mhm.
we should check on that, but I think it's fair to assume it's new.
Yeah, what's it say below that? Is that the next page? Okay, second, okay. Okay.
No, that's just, this is the young woman who prepared the bid, I believe.
Terms and conditions.
And that's the legal term. So
Yes.
when you compare all three, this one's the cheaper of the three. So if you look at the things they're gonna do back up in that little first paragraph, this is what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Remove the main power feed to the compressor and then use the crane to remove the old compressor from the chiller and set a new compressor in place. And then they're going to reinstall the oil suction and discharge lines to the new compressor. And the only reason I'm reading this is because what are they doing with this one? It's 28,000 that the Lusk company's doing. Are they doing more for 40,000? Are they going to do the same thing for 40,000?
Right.
We'll pull a vacuum on compressor. Once the vacuum is pulled down, we'll open the service valve to the compressor, and they're going to install the new compressor and refrigerate drivers. And then they're going to start it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a little note. They're going to assume all valves are in working order and hold the suction discharge oil. If the valves don't hold, they're going to have an additional quote.
Yeah.
And it says that the labor or material not specifically described above is excluded from this proposal. And overtime later is excluded and tax are excluded. So if the other ones include those things, then
It might make a difference.
how they wouldn't know overtime labor at this point, I don't think. And I guess they calculate labor after you would think they would calculate it beforehand based on past jobs, but
Mhm.
maybe not.
It does
Well,
say
that's-
that the repairs are to be made during normal business hours, Monday through Friday, so there shouldn't be overtime.
Overtime.
Well, if there was, oh, you mean overtime on the library staff or?
No, it's
overtime,
to the job.
the labor.
Yeah, the overtime labor, because then they're going to charge us more money.
Did they say that? I'm not following
No,
you.
that's just a good guess.
But no, but it's not. I mean, they're saying we'll do this. They're not saying.
They won't be doing overtime.
Even if it takes more time, that
They're-
shouldn't affect the bid. Unless they're saying something that if this goes over, otherwise
think
the
they're
bid is
saying
to
if they
do the work.
during the day, if their people are working overtime.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be on us.
It's just the line in that that line number 2 under this proposal does not include. It states that overtime labor is excluded from this proposal. But I don't think that they would be doing, I mean, it states that it will be done during normal business hours, Monday through Friday. So there shouldn't be overtime for the project.
Okay. I see. I didn't see that. Okay. It's complicated.
Yeah. Would
Okay,
you like to see the other?
TC Mechanical.
Yeah, okay. This is TC Mechanical.
Yeah, so
And they include in this one that there is a warranty. Did you all see a warranty in the other one? The standard.
In Johnson's, there was a 1-year warranty, except they wouldn't cover transport cost on equipment. I mean, we can go back and look at that, but it was a 1-year warranty on parts.
Yeah.
But if we need a part, they wouldn't cover what it costs to get there. They would be transferring the warranty from the manufacturer to us, I think. On that first one.
Okay. Oh. And you would have to add more if it for 2 to 5 year parts only. You had
Right.
$3,000 more.
That warranty is similar with the other 2 as well.
Okay.
For the additional years, we'd pay more for it.
So do you all see a lot of difference between what they're going to do as far as the installation?
No. The first one was much more specific, don't you think, with the oils and the vacuums and all that?
Would you like to see bid 2?
Is it too?
TC specifically says that they're gonna run the compressor for 24 hours.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see that in the first one. I don't know if that makes a difference.
it says start the compressor and confirm proper operation.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
Okay.
So
So there, that's 28 and 36. And I didn't see.
And there's like 40 something.
So there they are, pretty much side by side, if you can see that.
Right.
Uh-huh. 2. And they both say new compressors, so.
And maybe there's something where they have to give you that if you, the option in case you chose to do that for a cheaper price.
I think so.
That's what it looks like since they mentioned that. So just based on the 2, I'm just looking for what's the difference between the 28, almost 9,000 versus 36,000. So
Mhm.
almost $7,000 difference.
Our new maintenance supervisor told me that there might be markup on the unit itself for the contractor. So that might be different. I mean, it's not specified that way, but he did mention that. So I don't know whether that's the difference or not, but.
Okay. Now we can look at the 40,000.
Do you want, okay.
One is a little more detailed,
Mhm.
$10,000 worth of detail.
Lusk is the contractor who installed the compressor 2 years ago.
And Jane Johnson has been to the site and looked at the system. Have either of the other two come to the library to look at what we have?
TC Mechanical did not. Lusk has seen it, yes.
Yeah, because, okay.
Well, look at the difference too. There's a difference in price between this company and the second. I didn't notice the price on the first for their 2 to 5 year parts. This one's higher as well.
Yeah.
This is Connie. So I had a question. So are all three of them offering the York version of the compressor that we currently, is it the same as what we currently have? And they're all going with the same model?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was specified in the bid that it needed
Okay.
to be either a certain model number or compatible with that model number. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. So the difference in the prices has to be made up somewhere, either in the labor costs or whatever they promise afterwards then. I mean, would that be your all's natural conclusion then?
Well,
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
but I don't see it. I don't see it, the difference, Connie, between what one's offering more than the other. It sounds like
Right.
they're going to do the same thing for all three. The only thing is this one's a little more specific.
Mhm.
Well, it says something about like the refrigerant cleanup,
Mhm.
but it didn't mention that in the others. But I don't even, I don't know if that's something that would be a time consuming thing.
this one gives 90-day labor warranty. Do the other two have anything comparable?
No, they do not.
What would a labor warranty be?
Well, that means if it doesn't work a month or 2 months down the road,
You have some
they would
coverage.
have to come back and fix it.
But you have to think, would we be paying them $10,000 more from that
Yeah,
quote for labor?
so it's Lusk is the one that installed the original.
Yes.
Were we satisfied
Well,
with their work?
Let's say Lusk did the repair. I'm not sure who did the original on the building.
Okay.
Lusk
Okay.
installed the compressor that was replaced 2 years ago.
Which is working.
It's
That
working.
compressor is working. Okay.
Important clarification.
And it was new or rebuilt?
I'm not sure.
Okay. And do we know the cost on that, just for comparison? I know it was 2 years ago, but.
I have that here. That was 40, well, I believe it was 43,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, $43,045 to replace it 2 years ago.
Well, I would like to take a closer look at Johnson again in the terms and conditions. Don't want to question anybody, but.
Oh, okay.
This one also has a 90-day workmanship technicians, and it's age.
Okay, good.
The other ones have terms and conditions like this.
No, TC Mechanical just gave us the one page with the quote information. There were no other,
Right.
and then Lusk has
This.
liability insurance
Okay.
and
A W-9 for
taxpayer
the
ID.
employees. Right.
And was that a requirement that they provide evidence of that?
No, it was not.
Okay.
Can we ask them for follow-up documentations that would do a breakout of where, if you could, so you could see what the labor costs were and what the unit was being priced at? Is that something that we can ask for? Or do we make our decisions now based on these 3 bids?
This is all new to me, so I am not sure what we can and can't do since we didn't specify that breakout in the bid. I'm not sure that,
Can ask for it.
I understand. I was just a question that came to mind. Thanks.
if anyone else has more experience with this, or I'd be happy to follow your lead, but I can't really answer that question.
I would just have to defer to those of you that are on the board that have done it in the past. In my job, we do ask for more details if we have budgets or proposals submitted. We're allowed to do that, but it's different with the bid process. I can't really speak to that.
Can you scroll back up to the limited warranty section on that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And since the other companies didn't have the terms and conditions, we don't know if theirs are similar or not.
Yeah, what I do see here that I like is, I think somebody else mentioned it, is a 90 days of work warranty. So.
Mm-hmm.
Have we used Johnson Control this particular Johnson's Control before? Do we have any?
We do have they do our fire controls. We do have a working relationship with them for other services, yes.
Johnson's definitely the cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and a good point to that is they may have different branches. They may have a Johnson Control that does HVAC stuff and Johnson Control that does the fire security. I don't know, but if our relationship has been positive with them for the fire, even though we've used the other companies and haven't had negative, we've used Lusk, I guess. But
Yes.
there's such a price gap in the, you know, if
Yeah.
it's close, then I would say, you know, we could go with one that we've used before for the compressor, but not for that much difference in price.
Mhm.
It is a pretty significant difference in price.
When it sounds like they're doing the same thing.
Jean, is this something that Terry Manuel at KDLA could advise us on as far as if we could get more details on the bid process? Or if no one else thinks that's something we need to do, then no problem, just to drop it. But I was just curious if we wanted to have more details from the other two, like these terms and conditions, have them spelled out. Just a thought.
I'm sure that we can ask him. We would have to table the award until we get the additional information, but I mean, that's up to you all. So,
Right, and again, I'm not
Are
citing
we-
truth.
Are we under any obligation to award today? Where we said award, did we say we would award, or did we say bids would be open today?
the bid specs said that it would be awarded today, but I think the board,
To modify it.
I'm assuming that the board could say, because that not all that was turned in, that we would we could, for each of the applicants, that we could look for more information if that's what you wanted to do.
Well, to me, the one we were going to look for, you know, if there's a loophole or something we're missing, it would be this one because it's a cheaper bid. So the other two, they may have terms and conditions, but it wouldn't necessarily, would it make us choose them over this one? The only thing I could think of a breakdown is what they project to see is the cost, like the cost breakdown, like how much does the unit cost? How much do they project labor will cost? How much, you know, that kind of breakdown. But it sounds, you know, this is in not knowing anything about it either, other than what's written on the paper. But it sounds like they're going to do the same thing.
And
I mean, why do we want to know the cost of labor? Is it because that will reflect that perhaps the equipment is better or labor's cheaper? I'm just trying to figure out
It would just be,
why cost of labor is important here.
I would just be curious, why is there such a big price difference when you're doing the same job? But, and that's the only way you would know.
right.
I mean, otherwise it's just kind of like you take it at face value. This is what one company can do it for versus another. And
A
maybe,
lot of times bids, I mean, if this was a construction bid, I'd feel more comfortable saying this. A construction bid, it's based on what you can deliver. You build in all your costs, what you can deliver based upon the RFP, and what you think competitively will get you the bid.
right.
So, which means there's an element in the bids is, you know, how bad do you want it? And you'll price it accordingly, so.
Right. Which is why you do a bid process.
Right.
Thinking back to when we did the bid opening on the building addition, and there was a wide variation there.
Right, and it's based on what you're willing to come to Frankfurt to do this for, you know?
Well, right.
How
yeah.
important is it?
Variations and, you know, how busy the contractor is, how much they want
Mhm,
it is to them, how, you know,
exactly.
overhead, just all kinds of things. So I
Right.
variation doesn't really surprise me, but you wonder, you naturally wonder, but it doesn't really surprise me. So I'm, only thing that concerns me about Johnson, well, I won't say it concerns me. I just want to verify that it's new. It says it's new. That was indications. We would want to be certain about that. And then just a closer examination of those terms and conditions. But which, you know, in all likelihood are fine, but we really can't tell trying to read them here in a meeting on the screen and about 2-point print.
Would it be possible to award, say that, make an award on a contingency based on the closer examine of the terms and conditions and the assurance that the unit that they're quoting is new?
Jean, do you mind letting Natalie back into the meeting? She's
Oh, I'm
trying to get
sorry.
in.
There you go.
That's what happens when I'm not.
We
sure.
heard that little doorbell, but we didn't.
Oh, that's what that is.
I'm not sure if I know how. There we go. Participants. Sorry, Natalie. There we go. And there's Patty too.
Oh, good.
When I stopped sharing, when I shared the screen, I lost that panel. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Well, anyway, you read my mind, Gene, when you were talking about that. Just I'll interject that while you're trying to admit them.
I agree with what Jean was saying. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't go with the lowest bid unless we find something in the terms and conditions, or that this wasn't a quote for a new unit, which would just be a conditional motion, right?
Yeah, I think I'll approve it subject to confirmation that it is a new unit and review of
Acceptance of terms
terms and
and
conditions to make sure they comply. So,
And review of the company, you know, the company's prior performance. I think Johnson Control has a good reputation, but, you know.
I'm
we
sorry,
might wanna-
Natalie.
We might want to look specifically at Johnson Control, Louisville, Lexington. We do have them, like Jean said, working in one aspect, fire. But I think it would make sense to award it contingent upon what we've already talked about, plus review of the company's prior work history.
yeah, I don't disagree.
I'm happy to entertain a motion if somebody wants to make it official.
Well, then I'll move that we accept the bid of Johnson Controls, subject to confirmation that we are in fact talking about a new unit and not a remanufactured unit. And two, just a closer examination of the terms and conditions to make sure that they are acceptable. Three, confirmation of, what was it, Mary Lynn?
I was using the term work history, but I'm sure there's a better term.
Yeah.
We could ask Johnson to provide recommendation or not referrals. What am I trying to say?
Reference.
References. Yes. Yeah. 2 to 3 references.
I have no reason to think they're not, you know, stellar, but I don't know. We just don't know. That's the issue. But yeah, so I'm okay with that.
Can I have a second for Bob's motion, and then we can
I will
discuss the
second.
motion on the table. Okay, thank you. So we have a motion by Bob, a second by Mary Lynn. Any further discussion about the motion? Carolyn, are you clear on the motion?
Yeah, this is what I have. It's conditional. It's a new unit and not refurbished. Also, closer examination of terms and conditions to be sure they're acceptable, and that Johnson Control provide 2 to 3 references.
I think that's what the motion was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we don't have to include it, but we want to do this quickly, of course, so we will. So,
Right. Okay, well, if there's no more discussion about that, then we will take a vote. All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Okay, great. Motion carries. Just in time because I have to take my daughter to soccer practice. So Jean, will you follow up with
Yes,
Johnson on those couple of questions?
I will.
And if you can just email us the answers, and make sure we're all satisfied,
I will.
then I think we can do the rest. I think we can do it from here over email.
Okay.
And why
Do I
don't,
feel
say
good?
what about this, that if any of us that want to take a closer look at the terms and conditions to do so and let Gene know something by, tomorrow or
Monday?
whenever.
Monday would be good. Mhm.
Monday, okay.
And if you didn't receive those, I'd be happy to resend them. So just let me know.
Okay, if anybody needs the bids resent, let Jean know. Things are starting to collapse around here. Okay, so if that's all we've got, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion.
Second. Thank you both. Okay, great. Thanks, everybody. All in favor?
Be in
Aye.
touch.
Aye.
Okay, great. Thank you.